What up, what up, what up, what up?
What's up?
What's up, everybody? Oh, all right. Let's make sure there's no more clapping because we've been having issues with that.
You're just so
You
popular.
know, I know, right? We haven't even started yet. Like, this is like our first show, you know what I mean? And everybody's already
Clapping.
clappy happy. So, anyway, welcome everybody to the TMC4JMC Show. I am your boy, TMC, and I'm here with my beautiful wife, the awesome JMC.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah. So this is our first official show.
Yes.
And the reason why I say official is because we've had like so many startups and
The last one almost
yeah.
fire to the building.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this will work and we will be able to rock and roll. So anyway, that's it. First, before we begin, I just want everybody to know I love my baby.
Yes, he does. And I love him back.
And I am happy to be doing this with you.
Me too.
I think it's a long time coming, and I think we're gonna have fun.
Absolutely.
So hopefully you are ready to have some fun, and let's rock and roll.
Yep.
Well, the first thing I wanted to talk about was I hope everybody out there has been able to get everything that they need in this situation and this time that's going on. With this whole little coronavirus. Hope you've been able to get your. For starters, your Coronas, your wine, and your booze.
Essentials.
Yeah, because you're gonna be locked down for a sec, and your toilet paper.
So you want to know shitty asses later?
Because I hear there's a
A shortage.
a shortage of things. There's also a shortage of mice actually.
Of what? Mice?
Of mice, yeah. Like in Germany and things like that, like all these scientists, they're like racing to breed these mice because they need them to test,
That's so shocking.
stuff and test this shit out before
I
they hook us up with it.
yeah, there's no shortage here, I'm sure.
Of mice, no, there's a shortage of mice everywhere. That's my point. Like, they that's the reason why. Because see, the thing is, they can't just come up with a vaccine like just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to. They have to test it out. They have to run it through,
Does it
clinical
have to be a
things.
certain kind of mouse? It can't be one that like you find that come into your house.
Well, I think what they do is they genetically, enhance these mice to be able to be susceptible to these diseases or
That's
certain
so
diseases.
sad.
So, but even then, what I read was it's like, okay, so you know, put they're infected mice with the mouse or the mice. Which is it?
The
Mouse.
multiples is mice.
Well, let's just say mice. So they
Mices.
infect a few mices with the virus, and then, but they gotta wait for that mice to actually get sick, because some of the mice would just take the virus and be like, cool, they won't even know they got it. They'd
Yeah.
be like, okay, well, fuck,
I'd be one of those mice.
like that's what they might be saying is happening with these animals. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
they might be able to contract it, and carry it, but not necessarily be affected by it. So that's one of those weird things, that's going on.
Here's to hoping the mice population boosts up a little bit, for the sake of further advancing medicine, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you kind of gotta have mice to do these things. 'Cause if you don't, then I guess we're all fucked.
That way they leave the monkeys alone.
It's either the mice or the monkeys.
Exactly.
One or the other. So, but that's one of the things with this whole virus stuff and just science in general. Like, there's so much false information out there.
Yeah.
At one point, France was people in France was putting out information that cocaine could fight the virus
Then bring it on.
and
Where do we
party
put
time.
Where do we put the order in? If that's all it takes, it's just added to the list of survival next to the weed and the wine
And the toilet paper.
and the toilet paper.
So you're gonna have to blow your nose.
I don't think it's all bad. See?
So anyway, so yeah, so that so just bad information and stuff like that that's out there, and it's like, do you think like these social media? I mean, I asked this question a week ago when we were trying to shoot the show, and so I think in the wake of how fast this thing has spread,
Oh, it's crazy.
Maybe, you know, a week ago, our opinions were kind of like, Now, you know, do you think that the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube,
Hmm.
whatever, do you think they have, I don't know, some type of responsibility to ensure that, information is verified to a certain extent?
Maybe, but I think really it's more the public reading it who shouldn't fall for everything. We should be a little more skeptical about things.
But if you don't know, then you don't know. And then even then being skeptical about things that could also pass on to the people that we probably shouldn't be as skeptical about. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like to certain things like for example, going to school, the things that you see in your textbook to a certain extent, while sure those things might not be valid now, at the time when we was in school, okay, it was validated, through the scientific method. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I don't even know if this is a strong example, but it's the best one I can think of right now. But let's say somebody came in with a Star magazine and said, "Hey, here's my textbook." We'd
Well,
all be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
well, that's the whole thing. I mean, nowadays, like, I can't imagine people not Googling something to look something up and not read multiple articles on it.
People do. Like people do all the time. That's one of the ways that false information gets put out there. I mean, people have their go-to places, and sometimes their go-to places might have ulterior motives, or just might be misinformed. You know what I mean?
I don't see how social media platforms would. I don't know. I don't know how they would
I
benefit or
mean,
not benefit from it.
well, benefit. I mean, I think we would benefit. The users, they would benefit because then they wouldn't be. They would at least be proactive in the game, and they wouldn't be accused of allowing all these false. That's the way Russia was able to, fuck us in the last election because they was able to spread false information. Hillary Clinton had uh, I think a drug ring in a pizzeria shop, and they was
Well,
also murdering people and stuff like
well,
that. And my point is that like I can't go on Instagram right now and say, "Hey, I'm Kim Kardashian." I could create one, but you know what? And I can put all the money I want into trying to get followers and say everything. I can like ghost her whole account, but I'm not gonna get that little blue joint. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Where Instagram is saying, no, that's not Kim Kardashian. This is Kim Kardashian. So, and that's not to pick on Kim Kardashian, but if she can be verified, why can't like I don't know, you know, a science organization or something like that, maybe the CDC, not only are they verified, but they also get a little microscope, a little blue microscope or something along those lines to
That's not a
just
bad
to
idea. I
show
think
that, hey, they're also a place that or a news organization would get something, I don't know, something where you got to get your press credentials and things like that. Regardless of what you post, it's not about left wing, right wing, or whatever. It's just that hey, these people are validated to be like some people that you can at least check them out. And at that point, if people want to check multiple, because right now social media is where people go to get their news. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of them.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? And I get a lot of news that I don't get from the regular AP. So at that point, if I want to check multiple sources, then cool. Then I can easily navigate through the bullshit because I got these people who are validated. Hey, let me see what's up on the other side. I got these people who are validated, and then you go from there.
That is, I think that's an excellent idea, and you just put it out there. So Facebook and Instagram, you heard it here first. Contact your boy. You
Yeah,
get
you
some
too.
credit.
Yeah, you too.
YouTube.
You too. Let's do this. Let's do this. So there's another thing out there where they're saying that we only use. I'm sure you've heard it before. We only use 10% of our brain.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, did you ever think that was true? What do you think about that?
I don't think that is true.
And what do you think that even meant?
I don't know, but it sounds demeaning. Like if somebody came up to me and said, "No, you use 10% of your brain," I'd be like, "Fuck you."
Well, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Mm-hmm.
microscope, blue microscope. I think, and I'm just going to paraphrase. I think what he was saying was it means something like at the time when that came out, they were saying that they only understood 10% of the brain. They only knew what 10% of the brain did. Like, if I fucking bash you on your left side of the head, here in the back, you probably, and you stop walking, then they'd be like, oh, well, that's what controls fucking walking. You know what I mean?
Then that's misinformation.
What do you mean?
I mean, if the fact is that we only understood 10% of the brain,
Hmm.
that's the fact. You can't put out there we only use 10% of our brain.
Well, that's just it. There's movies and all kinds. Like, I don't give a fuck if somebody make a movie of it, but I don't know if that's ever been taught in schools. I don't think that's been taught in school to me.
I don't think.
I think that's just some
I
shit
think
that I've
that's
heard.
yeah, that's some
Yeah.
shit that I heard. I know
Yeah,
that for a
I
fact.
can't. I can't blame.
That's a
you know,
fact.
Yeah, I can't blame social media on some shit that I've heard. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But you know, then again, I don't know. I've never really kept track of where I've heard it from. Usually it's from some motherfucker that I don't really care about
I
anyway.
know.
So you know.
Mm.
So, but yeah, I mean, but then again, what do you think about like IQ tests? Do you think things like that are valid?
I do think things like IQ tests are valid. Don't laugh. Um,
I laugh because I hit my mic
oh,
thing with my um, nicotine alcohol. It may. It has
through a straw.
from time to time. But yeah. So okay, go ahead.
I do believe IQ tests are valid because it's not like regular tests. There's a math section, there's a reading section. It's it's on a wide scale. I don't know.
Are they?
IQ tests, they're
Yeah.
pretty random things. Most of them are pretty random.
Oh, okay. But do you think that they determine that somebody's intellectual ability?
Hmm.
What's your,
Because now you're making me think about it
well, what's
because
your opinion? Yeah.
because you know, if somebody that I know is dumb as fuck tests higher than me, and I know that I'm not dumb as fuck.
So they only have to test higher than you. You're not really worried about your actual number,
Oh no,
long as that person isn't higher than you.
no, but I don't test well, so
Well, then that's something as well. What if you don't test well and you're asked to take an
absolutely,
IQ test?
absolutely. Like I don't, I am not good with IQ tests. I feel like I'm under stress. Same thing with lie detector tests.
So when you're
I
saying you
cannot
don't,
take any of
so when you say you
those.
don't test well, are you saying you're not good under pressure?
Yeah.
Also
It's,
pressurized
oh yeah.
situations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, at least you're honest about
Yeah,
it.
you want to fuck me up? Give me a test. Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty okay with tests. In fact, I prefer tests over homework. You know, like
Mhm.
fuck homework. Just give it all to me on a weekly test, and I think I would be a super A student.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
would.
but if you have to like give me homework and things that I gotta go home and do this on my free time, look, I know this. Why do I gotta
Yeah.
do homework?
You're one of
Yeah,
those.
like homework is dumb. Like you already taught me this.
Mhm.
Like, what are we doing? Teach me something else. Give me something to learn at home. Like this is
No,
stupid.
man. I don't even want to take anything home.
But but yeah. So, but I think that IQ tests are, and man, I watched way too much Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You do.
But I think and he put it well. He put it in a way that I could relate to. That it's just something. Okay, if you score high on that test, then you're just good at that test, or maybe you're just good at taking tests, or you're just good at what I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily prove your intellect one way or the other because
Mhm.
intellect, I think, is based. This is now me going into my own shit. I think is based on a wide, you know, array of variables. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Wide array of variables. I don't even know if that's the right way of saying it, but it sounds cool. But yeah, because what how you've applied it in your life, what you've seen, what you've experienced, what you imagine. You know what I'm saying, and things like that. Like I think imagination and creativity plays into your intellect. You know what I mean? Um, I think the ability to just process and organize, plays into your intellect. You know what I mean? Sure, sometimes I can be, analytical, but then again, my organization is fucked. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Where someone else might not be as analytical, but they're organized to a T. We both get to the same place at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, so, and they might get there with far few fuck ups and less baggage.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, you know, and I might get there with more baggage, more scars, but more learning experience. So, you know, there's a good and a bad way to everything, but I don't think an IQ test per se should determine s- across the social scale. Like you said, someone who's dumb as fuck scores higher than you, then that's a bad thing. And but for me, if you say there's a certain bracket that I don't even want to fucking be in,
Yeah.
like if you saying I don't even know, but if you're saying 0 to, let's say, just 50, is what it, how is it broken down? Do you know?
No.
Uh,
I'm not really quite sure.
Check it out real quick. But let's just say that some 0 to 50 is dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to be in that fucking category, even if people I think is smart in that category, I still don't want to fucking be there. It's not gonna make me feel any better. Like, oh, that dude seemed pretty smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then, so that's just how I feel about it. I mean, I mean, fuck it. We don't really have to really go all into all that, looking it up. But going into the next topic, um, what do you think is the difference between, say, street smarts and common sense? Do you think that they are the same thing?
Street smarts and common sense. I do. I think they're similar.
Okay.
I think if you have street smarts, you are the people that I know that have street smarts have more common sense than the people that don't have street smart.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know why.
So would you say like book smart, street smarts, and then commons? Well, you say that they are three separate things. Book smart, yeah, I know my ABCs, one, two, threes, and then you would say common sense, and then you would say street smarts. Would you say those are three separate things, or you would
Yeah.
say that common sense and street smarts are kind of the same?
No, I wouldn't say common sense and street smarts are the same.
Oh, okay.
No, no, I wouldn't put them together. They are three different things.
Would you put them in the middle of book smart and street smarts?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because I think it can lean either way
I think
depending
so
on
as
the
well.
person.
I think it depends. I think common sense is a blend of both. I think the more educated you are, I think the greater your your tool belt and your common sense tool belt you would be. The more tools you have in it.
Right.
As far as street smarts is a survival tool, whereas common sense not necessarily is a
Yep.
survival tool.
Absolutely.
And obviously, book smarts is, all those things can be used to help you survive, but street smarts, while it's less about thriving, is more about surviving, in my opinion. So
Absolutely.
so yeah, so yeah, that's that. Um, there's this one thing. Oh, so did you see Sarah Palin on what's that show called?
Oh, Masked Singer.
What do you think about it?
Um, I'm a little surprised. I didn't know that she had that in her. I think the song that she picked was a little strange because she rapped to
Baby Got Back.
Baby Got Back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it's a classic, like,
Yeah, but
white girl song.
I didn't even know that was in her category. You know what I mean? I didn't know that was in her.
Um, I don't know how old she is. I don't think she's that much older than we are.
Did you watch her performance?
Yeah, I seen the performance.
What did you think?
I think she's kind of cute. I mean, outside of all the other, I think her voice is screechy. I think, I would never really want to see that again. Kind of cool with seeing it at that one time. But ultimately, I think she was kind of cute.
I don't know if you saw in the beginning when they unmasked her.
No, no, I just saw the the
Just the
performance.
performance. Oh, so when they unmasked her, she's turned around. She's her back is to the judges, so she turns around.
Movie
They,
face.
they he wants to be part of the show.
I know, right?
So she turns around after they take the mask off of her, and that Nicole Scherschwinger
Uh huh.
chick is one of the judges. She thought it was Tina Fey.
Oh.
They look so similar. Sarah
Yeah.
Palin is 56, by the way, and she
Oh,
looks
okay.
great.
Yeah, she does. That's what I'm saying. I think she's cute. I mean, I would never, you know, I can't see myself agreeing too much with her politics, but I think she was at least cute right there. And the funny thing I like is like Baby Got Back seems to be like the ooh, I'm risque, party
For the
girl
white
white
girl,
song.
yeah.
And it's funny because that song kind of insults the people that like to dance and sing it. You know what I mean? Like,
It just, it, I don't
you
know
know,
if
my
it
anaconda
doesn't.
don't want if you unless you got buns, hon.
Yeah, I guess it was a
Like,
safe song for her.
but they always sing the first verse and that's it. I like butts and I cannot lie.
That's probably all they know.
They don't never go into this.
No, no, because they
Nah,
don't know it.
you know how many times people probably dance to fucking. Well, yeah, you probably drunk, so you probably don't go into the second verse.
Yeah.
That song, nobody listens to that song sober.
Yeah, that was good. That was good of her. You know what? I give her points for doing that. I think that was very brave,
So
and that's the only time I've ever watched that show.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just watched
I'm
her
not
clip.
I can't see myself being a fan of that show. I mean, it's a hit, but yeah,
I got too many other cheesy reality shows that I'm watching right
yeah,
now.
I don't know. Yeah,
No,
yeah. Sorry, audience. I would love to have more for you guys on that one, but
that's it.
yeah,
That's it. That's all he got.
yeah, that's all I got on it. It's yeah. All right, on to the next thing. So we've been in the game for about a year, almost 2 years now, actually.
Yep.
Following rap artist The Youngin,
Yep.
at the real Youngin1 on Instagram, Do Dirty, LA underscore Do Dirty on Instagram, and I think it's been a pretty good time. What do you think as far as
It's opened my eyes to a whole different genre of music. I've learned a lot from it. And I'm even getting that little head bob thing.
yeah, I have been noticing your head bob has been kind of dope. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like mine's a little, all over the place. But, I noticed that, it's kind of cool when you're in there and you kind of look around and everybody's kind of like,
The
you
beat,
know.
sometimes the flows, the beats, it just takes you.
Well, one of the cool things that like about, experiencing this on the local level is that it showed me that actually women have a spot in this as well. There's been a
Hmm.
couple women in this game that I've been kind of digging. I don't really know if all their music qualifies as trap, like Venomous. I don't know if hers qualifies trap music,
Yeah, I don't
but
wouldn't put it there.
her
But
rapping is dope.
yes.
Follow her, check her out on Instagram,
Hmm.
Spotify. Actually, I think one of her songs has like mad streams. Clap. Which is a pretty dope song. So, but then, what do you think about Little Bree?
Oh my gosh. So much talent in such a little person.
Yeah, yeah, I think she is pretty dope. Actually, I remember the first time that we actually we saw her was at East Sud's
Yes.
showcase in Fayetteville. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
it was like, she looked like a little boxer that day. You know what I mean? She had her
Yeah.
braids and shit. So I think that she was kind of dope. I like her song, "Popping My Shit."
Oh my
You know what I'm
gosh.
saying? And
Yes. It
you know,
gets stuck in your head.
I think it's a pretty dope song. I want to play a little bit, and for our audience, I think
Cool.
you guys should check her out
Yep.
on Instagram. Give her a follow at Real Lil Bree _ That's REALBR.
No.
No.
REALLUH.
LUHBRI _ See, if I didn't have my baby, I would be giving out false shit, and
You're
we'd be getting
welcome.
sued. So my baby just saved us mad dough. So.
That's right.
So we're gonna play a little bit of Lil Bree, Pop My Shit, and check it out. I mean, I think like I don't know who the producers and all those people are, but I think the beat and everything is definitely it's catchy as fuck.
Great beat. Awesome flow.
But could you see yourself jamming to this?
Yes.
Well,
it gets stuck in my head. I sing it all day.
well, it comes on T4J Radio all the time, so
Yes,
you
it
definitely
does.
should check that out. TMC4JMC.com.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. Real Lil Bree with Poppin'
Pop
My
that
Shit. Holla, 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 gangsta shit. Let me pop my shit.
I'm talking my shit and ain't giving no fuck. She steady be dissing like really what's up. I don't want your nigga, he just wanna cut. Ain't having no racks, that nigga up up. He put on they neck and it ain't coming up. Watch me 7, what she gon' get tough. And this been fuck a nigga, I ain't getting no love. How you show love to a bitch who a scrub? Hold on, let me pop my shit, little bitch. Hold on, let me pop my shit. Go pop your shit. Let me pop my shit, little bitch. Pop my shit. Go pop your shit. Let me pop my shit, little bitch. Let me pop my shit. Go pop your shit. Let me pop my shit, little bitch. I'm popping my shit and I don't give a fuck. My nigga, he rock with that semi tuck. He catching my op and he leave a slump. They mad that they nigga ain't even up. I'm having my way like I'm rich as fuck. Rich stepper, so nigga, come try your luck. He bad to my thotty, just tryna fuck. I come to your city, they show me love. When I rapping, no capping this shit. Them nigga, he gay and he bad to my bitch. So I'ma just tell him to go suck a dick. She ride on my way, the little bitch is a fish. Hit her with a stick like I'm break 'em, nigga. I'm getting free. Yeah, this shit good. Bitches swear up and down, that cannot be replaced. Bitch, I am that bitch, get the fuck out my face. If I say that I'm coming one way. Till a bitch come take me up out of my place. Real shit, that's not gon' happen. No, touch me, then the bullets get happy. My finger be itching like man, just itchy. I'm talking my shit and ain't giving no fuck. She steady be dissing like really what's up. I don't want your nigga, he just wanna cuff. Ain't having no racks, that nigga up. Foot on they neck and it ain't coming up. Watch me 7, what she gon' get tough. And this been fuck a nigga, I ain't getting no love. How you show love to a bitch who a scar? Hold on, let me pop my shit, little bitch.
All right. That was Little Bree popping her shit. Popping her shit like a mug.
That was so hot.
She's the bomb, yo.
Yeah.
I gotta give her props, man.
Hell yeah.
I see you got your little buddy over there.
Oh, baby normies.
Baby Normie's in the house.
My baby.
So once again, that was Little Bree with Lil Bree. I don't even know if we really should be saying little. I don't, you know what I mean?
No, it's Lil.
Lil Bree. Lil Bree.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been awesome to, you know, like I said, record her, to capture her a few times, and I'm looking forward to seeing where she goes with her stuff. Right now, she got that song. She has actually she has a song called "Risk It All," which I've never heard her perform, but I play it on T4J Radio every now and then, and it's a pretty dope song. I think she's giving props to her people at home. She's giving props to her grandma and you know, her parents and her peeps, and it's just a dope song. So, you know, check her out on SoundCloud,
Yep.
all the places.
Just find her.
Yeah, find her. Put some effort in it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Support, because hey, that's how these people get paid, and that's how these things go on. Not just supporting them, but supporting people like us.
Absolutely.
The TMC4JMC. So, so with that said, so you know, spring is here,
Yes.
and you know what that means.
Yes, flip flops.
No, yeah, flip flops, and a lot of stuff to watch on TV.
You know, but that goes away once the summer comes around,
True.
and we're dead until the fall.
So, what have you been watching?
Well, the one show I've been watching, which I can't stop talking about it, and it's a silly show, and I know it is, but it's called Dave. It's on Hulu on FX.
Actually, before we get into that, because I know we have a clip for it, the one show I do want to bring up is This Is Us.
Yes.
We've been watching that, and anybody who isn't watching this show, watch this show, man. Like, I hope this show is on for forever.
We slept on it for 4 seasons.
I hope that this show is on for, whatever they want. Pay them $1 million, $2 million. Pay the dog $1 million a year. Just keep it on.
Just keep it on. That show
Like,
is so good. The way it's written, the way it's made, just the storylines. I think everyone can relate from something in that show.
Well, just to give them a little heads up I mean, we'll talk about this show in depth a little bit further, especially since the new season just started.
Yes,
actually,
yesterday, last night.
Yeah, last night, exactly. So, but just to give a little heads up about the show, you want to?
Well, yeah, This Is Us follows the story of Rebecca and John and their love story together.
Is it John or Jack?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Jack. Thank
okay.
you. That's why I have my baby next to me. Yeah, I love my baby.
Score one for the TMC.
That's right. So Rebecca and Jack, and how they fall in love, the family they built together, how those children turned out in the present, and then they have flashbacks and fast forwards, and like you said, season 3 started last night. I mean, season 5 started last night.
And the cool thing about it's not that they just have 3 children. One of them is adopted that they found was delivered to a firehouse.
Yes.
And so it goes into that whole dynamic. The kid is black, and so therefore they have that whole dynamic of.
And he's raised as part of a triplet set,
Exactly.
actually, because she was having triplets and she lost one of them.
So
yes.
It's just a really cool show. It's
Yes.
gonna make you fucking cry. It's gonna make you fucking sob.
That's right.
Unless you are stone fucking cold. So check it out. I think you're gonna
Great show.
enjoy it.
You'll love it.
And yeah. So you were saying about.
Oh, back to Dave on FX on Hulu.
Okay.
Okay, it's a brand new show. We're about 3 episodes in. It comes on every Wednesday. It's a half-hour comedy.
Okay.
So Dave, a.k.a. Little Dicky, he's an interesting character. He's actually a comedian rapper. He kind of hit a high in 2013 with a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Called Ex-Boyfriend, and which is, if you get a chance, check it out. Great.
So that's all real. That's not part of the show.
No, he is a guy trying to make the show focuses around him trying to convince the world that he can be one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Okay.
Okay. The first episode. Now, when I was told about it at first, I said, I don't know. It sounds a little corny. It doesn't sound like something I would stick with. And I was told, just watch it. And okay, so I watch it. It's only half an hour.
Okay.
The last scene of the first episode, I knew I had to keep listening more of this guy. He is, now just to give you a visual for those who are only listening, this is a white Jewish man in his late 20s. Okay?
Definitely late to the game.
You would not expect the talent from this guy.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to say too much about the show, too much about the background of it, but we do have a clip on a little rap, a little freestyle that he spit at the end of the first episode.
All right.
That I keep watching over and over again, and I almost know all the words.
So JMC short clips.
That's right.
1. Let's do this. So we got blah 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 blah. Little Dicky. All right. Where's JMC clips 1? I'm tripping. All right, we're gonna have to do it over here because Lil Bree took JMC clips 1 spot. Lil Bree said, "Fuck Lil Dicky."
She should. She's like, I'm on top right now.
You suck my little dicky.
Spit some
Video or a picture?
It's a video, bro. Spit some shit. You funny as fuck. Rap to the fans, little dicky.
Oh, I don't know
You
about
funny
that.
fuck, Lil
I don't,
Dicky.
Spit some shit, little dicky. Rap.
I wasn't prepared at all for this type of thing. Don't film yet.
Now
Are
you hear how
filming?
he sounds,
I
typical Jewish
don't know.
Man, I thought this dude was a rapper, man.
certainly
Pete
don't
Parker
sound like them.
scared to rap.
Nope.
Hey, D, fuck it, man. Hey, let's make a beat from scratch.
Fuck him, Lil
this
Dicky.
nigga.
Fuck that nigga, Lil Dicky.
Right here, man.
Wait. Allow me to tell y'all what I'm about. Like at dinner, you got reservations, but I'm about to eat up all the doubt. Hey, come on, I'm a flower, let me sprout. Looking like I'm straight out of Comic-Con, scrawny Don, hungry Ramadan. My mama wrong, she don't think I got a job, but I'ma make great cheese like Parmesan. I'm hardly on. But the rent paid, cause you know the pussy flow good, I menstruate.
Okay.
If we got a on the wrong foot like dengue, it's because I'm higher than a bitch. Men's pay. Rappers thinking that they hot. Blow your nose, motherfuckers, it's not. I ain't never fought a man in my life.
It's not.
I have only slept with 4 different girls. So you could get it, I'll get every crevice. I'll come on some chicken like
Okay.
fresh mozzarella. Hella good ebonics, I think like a comic. My
It gets
females
better.
got bombs on their body like they were jihadists. And my libido is scary like Magic Johnson near mosquitoes. I'm tactical, I'm back and forth from acting dull to rapping for you, attracting, lowering the faction form. When the track's recorded, it's about to put me on the racks like a fashion store. I just want a girl, let me hit it on a work day. I don't think my dick is born at all since the first grade. I'm making the cake with my gifts like a birthday, separating with my lines like 2 lanes. I don't want a Grammy, bro. I got 2 and they're fairly old. Stay with more bars than a graph. I'm on top of the class. Hop in the bath with a bad little lady with ass. I'm making her laugh. The neck like a baby giraffe. Shaking it fast, making it last. Haters are mad saying I'm bad. It's like an 8th grader training the class. It's crazy and blasphemous. I'm about to break him in half. I'm making my path. I'm waiting on my break like a calf. Somebody get a boy a gig. He got driving flash. Like a flash drive.
I can't get over that. I've watched that video. I can't tell you how many times. It just doesn't get over for me. I mean, this guy, he just, you know, I love beats and flows. And
No, he's definitely dope.
And he just gave me a few flows, and I was like, wow.
So does he have a Grammy?
No, he doesn't have a Grammy.
Because I was like, oh shit, you got Grammys?
You know, some of these people
got
don't have
2 of 'em?
Bugattis either, and they still talk about it. So let's just like put it out there. But you know,
Cat.
I'll totally cap if that's the way you use it.
Yeah,
But,
I know, right? Yeah.
You know, but I got to tell you,
In fact, leave a comment. You know, let us know what's the correct way of. Is it capping when you fronting? Like, is capping fronting, or is
I
it?
don't know.
or-
I'm unclear.
Like when you say stop fronting, that's like that mean you capping.
I am
Or
so
you're like,
unclear.
I ain't fronting, homie. No, I ain't fronting, son. That's no cap.
Well, hopefully someone will let us know,
Okay.
so we're not looking all stupid
Because I
when
don't
we're
want to
using
get,
it,
I want to be caught out there capping and shit.
or
'cause
not.
yeah.
Whichever one.
Or accused of it.
Whichever one makes you look worse.
So what you say?
Yeah. But after being involved with some of these local artists, I've seen the studios and the work behind getting most of the music out there and being heard. I like that I can now relate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? After watching something like this, and I think he's funny in that quirky kind of way. I know that at the end of every episode, he spits something new.
So is the show still on, or is this
The
something?
show's still on.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, they just last week was the 3rd episode. Tonight will be the 4th
First season?
of the 1st season.
Oh wow. When
This-
does it come on?
On Wednesdays.
Oh cool. What time?
I think it comes on at 8. I'm not really sure.
Well, check your local programming.
We watch it on. It comes on FX on Hulu.
Okay.
So you can always catch it on there.
Yeah. So
And
we watch it on Hulu. So
it's only
yeah.
a half an hour. Trust me, it'll be worth it at the end. I think.
So,
And I'm definitely going to keep with it. 'Cause
so
I-
yeah. So if you got Hulu, check it out. If you don't, check out FX. If you don't, you know,
Check out YouTube.
check out however you can get it. You know, check us out if you don't have it. So,
We'll show you stuff.
so that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
one thing that I have been watching is this show called Altered Carbon. You know, I watched the first season, which I kind of loved the first
Yeah.
season. And then the second season, it actually they changed everything up. It has a new actor in it his name is Anthony Mackie, or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dude and plays Falcon in the Marvel movies. And I like him as an actor. I mean, he's dope. So this is not a knock on him, but I just feel like in the show, they just changed things up. Like in the show, the part about Altered Carbon was that it's in a cyberpunk world. And the cyberpunk world is a world where it's full of technology and violence. So you got tons of neon, but you got, you know, it's usually some dirty, like, underground city, under city belly, you know what I'm saying?
Anytime
And
there's like bionics going on, it's like
Exactly.
the most unsanitary situation.
you got the androids and you know, somebody usually getting murdered and raped in the alley. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have that, that's not necessarily cyberpunk. That's sci-fi. That's something else.
Absolutely.
And then another thing is there's a world, once again, I kind of like shit like this where, you know, you can be in any body at any time because your conscience is like stored in this little like chip that's in the back of your neck.
Yep.
And they can take it out and upload you and download you and copy you and all kinds of stuff.
So cool.
Exactly. So
Cool concept.
he's supposed to be able to be in anybody at any time. And I would think that if you're doing that, you're still going to be you to a certain extent. And Anthony Mackie, he's Anthony Mackie. like
I don't
he's
know.
the dude he is when he wakes up, not
I
the
mean,
dude
they're-
he got hired to
they're only
play.
supposed to be changing bodies and voices, not accents, not mannerisms. Where did all that go? This second season confused me because they changed the cast, of course, when you change a body. The first season already starts with him being one person, then him being Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you miss an episode, you're going to be a little lost, I think.
Yeah, and if I don't know, if you was into the first season, I don't think that the second season is going to give you what you're looking for. I mean,
agree.
perhaps I should continue watching, but I'm one of those tough ones where, like, it'd be hard for me to do a review show because it's hard. If something sucks for me, fuck it. I just can't. I drop it. I fall off.
Yeah.
In fact, we could probably do shows coming to T4J TV. Why I stopped watching this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sucky shows I stopped watching.
Yeah, sucky shows I stopped watching, and I think we got a lot of material for that. So,
I got
so stay
more.
tuned to T4J programming, guys.
That's right.
But
new show on the way.
exactly. So, one of the things I want to do is I want to give a shout out to Mike Ruga, my boy Mike Ruga. I want to give a shout out to him because dude has been doing his thing. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, yeah, man, I knew you from back in the day. But you know, we did know him from a minute ago. Even then, he was doing his thing, but now his trajectory has really shot. So, you know, people that I think you guys should follow is follow at Mike Ruga on Instagram, MikeRuga. He even got the blue joint.
Yes, he did. He's up there now. He has over 250,000 followers on Instagram.
Oh shit! Look at that. He got his own little TV show, yo.
Yep.
So
I mean, he's entertaining. The dude is funny, man.
oh yeah. He's a sketch, not sketch. He's a skit kind of guy. He does all kinds of parodies and skits. So
he's so funny.
check him out.
Short little Chilean guy. Young kid.
He's funny as hell, but he's down to earth, man. So
he's
you
a
know,
cool dude.
So don't think that just because you see him getting thrown around in videos that you can you know, throw him around. I think it was Toot that the video that got him put on, and
The
then
one where he almost got beat up in the 7-Eleven?
yeah,
Yes.
and then he had the Hot 97 joint. But what I liked mostly was his weather reports. You know,
Oh, yes, during the snowstorms in New Jersey.
he might be a little too big to big time to do the weather report now.
I
But
don't know. He's crazy enough to keep doing them.
I don't know, with 200-something thousand followers, man. Like, well, if you're still gonna do them, and I would enjoy seeing.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Sean John picked him up, you know, about 2 years ago. And, you know, and I think I knew this boy was going to be something.
Well, way to go, Mike Ruga. And once
Way
again,
to go, Mikey.
follow him and check him out.
Yes.
So that's so we have an election coming up this year. I don't really want to dwell on it too much because I feel like we got so much time and so much shit to dwell on.
I agree.
I'm sure we're gonna have more and more stuff to say. All I can say is right now, I hope that when the nomination is settled, when it's made, or whoever gets there first, I think it's 1400 delegates,
Okay.
or a little over that. Once whoever's there, whoever has it, I hope the other person just bows the fuck out.
Me too.
You know, I think last time, the Sanders crew, they put a beating on Hillary Clinton that wasn't necessary.
Yes.
You know, what did it gain them? You know, it gained them maybe second place again.
Completely unnecessary.
So yeah, just bow the fuck out and show up and vote. You know what I mean? Are you a Democrat or are you a Bernie guy? If you're just a Bernie guy, well, then go move to Bernie stand. You know what I'm saying? Or move to Biden stand or Clinton stand, whoever you are. But once that nomination is settled, I think we're a little past this right now. It's time to pick a side. I think we're past this whole, well, I don't like neither one of them, or I just don't want to be involved or in a game.
No, people need to get out. They need
Yeah.
to.
It's binary at this point.
Absolutely.
It's binary
we
at
need
this
to
point.
get back on track. The fact that this administration has been such a circus is ridiculous. We cannot do this another 4 years.
I mean, if anything, right now, what this time is the time where it's time to put your big boy pants on and make a decision. It's time for everybody to put their adult pants on.
Absolutely.
And make a decision.
Leave
Like
that ignorant shit behind.
like who are you right now? Like, sure, if you want to bow out, but that's dumb right now. It's time for, you know how when you become an adult, there are just some days where you have to decide on something. And sometimes you might even have to decide on something that you might feel another way about. Like, you might be feeling a little self-centered today, but you got to make a decision
Yes.
that goes against that.
Yeah.
Or you might be feeling a little assholey today, but you know what? You got to make an empathetic decision.
Absolutely, and it's time to grow the fuck up.
Or whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's time to go the fuck up and get in the game and make a decision. It's binary. You're going to have one versus another, and it couldn't be any different no matter what you believe. So that's it on as far as my stance on the election today. I'm sure I'll get back in it and, whatever. And, we'll
Yep.
talk some more on it.
Yes, we will revisit that one.
So what else you got, babe?
I have some interesting news, something you may have not known about.
Okay.
Okay. Back between the 1920s and 70s, there used to be, colleges used to have home ec classes. Not
Okay.
unusual, right? We had
No.
them in high school. Except that these colleges taught how to raise a baby. How
Okay.
they did that was they would borrow babies from orphanages.
Oh, shit.
And these babies at any moment would have like 50 moms. Like they could be put to bed by one mom and woken up and fed by another.
That's weird.
Yep. And these were over 50 universities that did this in the U.S.
I wonder what came of those babies.
Well, a lot of them, further research did show that some of them did grow up with social issues. They were not able to connect with a person, relationships. It's sad, but no one followed up further enough to know whether or not
And then,
they
like,
became functioning adults. That's the sad part. Just got dropped.
I mean, what's also sad is probably after the program, they probably were only in the program to a certain age, like to like fucking 6 months, and then it's like, all right,
Oh
back to the
yes,
orphanage.
that's exactly how it happened. They were taken on as infants, like newborns. The universities would give them names, like Cornell. The last name of all their babies were Domicon.
Oh man.
And then they would be named after. Some of them would be named after the hall that they lived in.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And they only used them for the first year and a half, maybe 2 years at the most. And once they outgrew their usefulness, they were back to the orphanage. And it's sad because no one thought to follow up to see if these babies had any issues later on.
That's one of the dark things of science. I mean, that's why, look, I've said in other programming and things like that, I'm an atheist, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of those that'll sit there and be like, yo, well, what about fucking Christianity and Islam and all these other ones? You guys been violent throughout the years, and sure, but I always felt like that was low-hanging fruit. I think violence is in everywhere, or just bad shit. Like, there's a lot of bad shit has been done in the name of science.
Yes.
We know some things because some bad shit has been done.
Yeah, so as you can see, it wasn't always just animals that are tested on.
Yeah, exactly.
Humans were too as babies. And back in those days, the demand to become the perfect housewife was very high. Knowing how to take care of a baby was like top of the list. You had to be a good mom. You had to be a good homemaker.
Yeah.
People took actual classes. I mean, then again, nowadays we have stupid classes, and all sorts of shit, like why is chocolate good? All sorts of classes and stuff. And this one was one of the weirdest ones that I've read in a very, very long time. And
no, I think that was a really interesting note.
we don't even know how many of those people went on to become like
serial
killers,
exactly,
and rapists, and
president.
It was around that time.
I know, right?
before he landed the truck.
Show me your birth certificate. Let me know you
Yes.
wasn't adopted.
That's right.
Not saying you were, and I'm not saying you weren't.
I want to make sure your last name wasn't Damacon.
Yeah, exactly. Just make sure there's not no hidden Domicon at 1600.
Tunnel Damacon.
Yeah, exactly. D-Day.
Day.
Day-Day.
Yeah, so that's my little bit of weird news for today.
All right. Well, that was pretty dope. So,
Yeah.
hey, you know what, babe? I think we completed one show.
We did?
I do.
And we did it without setting fire to the
no
studio.
fire. The lights are still on.
Dogs didn't shit up the place.
Yeah, camera's still fucking rolling, I assume, and we'll know once we stop them, and we'll see. I think, yeah. So
was fun.
it was fun. We'll be back here next week with the TMC4JMC show.
Absolutely.
Please, you know what? Let me get a tight one on this one because, I gotta sell.
So
this.
make sure they hear you.
Yes. Please, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up,
And
comment, all that. We really work hard with everything that we do in this industry. I mean, I know some of the stuff may not be as polished as we would like, or as you would like, or that you're used to, but we definitely will get there. We're in this for the long run.
Absolutely.
So any support that we can get from you mofos is awesome. And
Support us so we can support you.
support us so we support you, so we support us so we can support you, so we could be some support.
And it goes
people.
on and on and on.
Yeah. So so I want to thank you, my baby. I love my baby.
Thank you, my love.
We gotta get ourselves a theme song.
We will. We'll write one together.
Yeah, we're right. Yo, get at us, producers. We're definitely in the market for some
A theme song and something.
music and some custom music and some custom stuff. So get at us, especially if you've already seen us out in the field. Hey, let's get some working going on. And actually, we got guests and everything lined up. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna incorporate some comedy, and
Yep.
it's just gonna be dope. So stick the fuck around. There's other programming on T4J TV, Old Man Gamer, tons of T4J interviews, T4J studio sessions, the
Pull-ups.
T4J lounge, pull-ups.
Yep.
Check out T4J Radio if you just want to listen to some tunes. Is North Carolina artists, underground.
Yep. Support your independent artists.
Exactly, mixed in with a little bit of old school R&B, hip hop classics, and yeah, exactly like my babe said. Like that's how it goes. It's these streams, it's these downloads. That's how it happens. You come out and you see them when they perform. You support the clubs that book them. You support people like us that support them and play them and follow them and do blogs on them and shit like that.
Yep.
It's not just their music, it's the whole industry around it. If everybody rides, then everybody gets paid.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of fun. So, all right, my baby.
All right, babes.
So,
Until next time, y'all.
until next time, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Love my baby.
More.
So we're gonna outro to A to the O. Oh yeah, definitely. When we got back in, you mean? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think you came in just. It ain't even the hype part that I just want, especially in the beginning. I want us to come off lighthearted, more lighthearted than dismissive. That makes sense.
Hey guys, to watch more T4J content, log on to TMC4JMC.com. And don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe down below.